When I was in Air Force in Iran, at age of 19, it was Air Force base for logistics. So we were preparing and supplying the Air Force. And we had several Air Force bases in Iran that was like working on logistics for the Air Force. After a couple of months in that Air Force base, I was appointed to become the captain of a group of soldiers of 180 soldiers, which here in the United States, in military terms, it's called company. Our company was the worst company in that Air Force base, which included 9 companies. Maybe the reason that I was appointed to that position was I was demanding and I was famous for bringing out the best out of people. I got that kind of characteristic or criteria of leadership from high school. And after 3 months, our company became number 1 company, the best company in that Air Force base. And later on, actually, it became number 1 in the entire Air Force bases, the logistic bases. And then a couple of years later, after I was done with military duty, I took the exam for medical school. At that time when I was in military, the entire higher education was shut down by the Islamic regime because they wanted to make it Islamic. And then when it got reopened, I took the exam and I was ranked really high. I got a very high score. I was ranked 251 among 600,000 applicants. However, the government, the Islamic regime, didn't let me to go to medical school because they said you are not religious enough to go to medical school. Anyway, after 6 months, I fought back, and then after 6 months, I got the permission to go to medical school. However, they exiled me, or they sent me to a very religious city on purpose, and that medical school in that city was newly established medical school. When I arrived, I saw students were really mad, angry, and because it was, as I mentioned, it was newly established medical school and didn't have that much supplies, equipment, and many other items. And it was ranked number 17 among 20 medical schools at that time. So I decided to deliver a speech, and I did, and I established an organization inside the medical school. And the purpose of that was bringing out the best out of the students and raise the standard and raise the ranking. So I became the president of students, and I named this organization the Science of Medicine Club. 86 students joined. However, something happened that I want to share with you about like my experience in leadership. After a few weeks, this strong organization was getting smaller and smaller. And I was wondering what happened. Some people, especially girls, left the organization, left that scientific club, which we had like different subgroups, different study groups, and we started to change the library, and I did many changes in that medical school. And I was wondering what happened. So I asked, and indirectly I heard that the girls especially said Dylan is a dictator. So I realized that kind of leadership that I did the best in Air Force was not working for the medical school. So I realized I have to change my leadership method and change the type of communication. So yes, demanding is good, as per Oxford Dictionary. Demanding means making others work hard and meet the higher standards, which I believe it should be because you should work hard and efficient, in my opinion, to meet the higher standard. However, that type of leadership was not working for medical school, although it worked very well in the Air Force. So I said, okay, be kindly demanding or gently demanding. And that worked actually in that medical school. 2 years later, among 23 medical schools at that time in Iran, we were ranked number 3. So we got the 3rd place. So the point here is one type of leadership and one type of communication doesn't fit all. It doesn't work for every workplace or schooling or education or any type of other industries. Based on the place you are and the people you have as your the student body or employees or your nation, your people, it's different from place to place. So you have to adopt a good type of leadership, a good method of leadership, and good type of communication. As a great leader, you should or you must bring out the best out of people and push them to work hard, not for you. If you push them work hard for you, you are a dictator. However, if you push them to work hard for themselves, for the organization, for the company, and raise the standard, that's a great type of leadership. You need to lead by example. People do not follow you if you are not a good example of what you say, what you communicate. So push yourself hard and work hard and efficient and raise your standard higher and higher, so people see that and takes you as a serious, great leader, and your subordinates, your followers, your student bodies or employees or the entire nation, it works for everywhere. You are in leadership position for anywhere. You can have that kind of standard and then people will follow you. So the type of leadership and communication is very important, and make sure that you adopt that kind of method of leadership and that kind of method of communication that work best for your company or organization or your nation. Thanks so much for watching. Be a great leader, because through great leadership, we can change the world for the betterment of the people. Thank you again for watching. Please go ahead. If you like this video, if you find it positive, like it, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel, Leadership Impact. See you on the next video.